Hello, how are you doing today? I have a guest. Uh, he's also a writer. In fact, he's a multidisciplinary artist. So he has his hands in a lot of things. So let's see this around. Uh, mm, uh, uh, you know what? Um, okay. Hello. Hi.
Good evening.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm very fine. I'm super fine, sir.
Ah, ah, could you introduce yourself?
My name is Tuoyo Palmer. Um, I'm a
Hmm.
native of I'm a native of the Shekiri clan, Niger Delta, um, from the municipality of what do I call it now? The Shekiri capital origin, Urubu. Yeah, those who are Shekiri may be familiar with that
Hmm.
territory.
Hmm. Now, could you just give us a glance about your growing up?
My growing up was to me it was like more or less like a dream. Like it was I felt my growing up was more or less like a fantasy living because looking back at my childhood, I don't even think if I become richer than Elon Musk, the level of joy I had as a child, I don't think even influence and money can give me that kind of
Hmm.
satisfaction and joy.
So, which schools did you attend?
My schools, my primary, secondary school,
Mhm.
primary school, I attended the Auntie Maria primary school.
Hmm.
Then I proceeded to go into the university preparatory secondary school before eventually going to the University of Benin.
Oh, University of Benin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, yeah, yeah, you said you are into okay, you're a multidisciplinary artist,
Okay, yeah,
a
yeah,
writer,
multidisciplinary. Oh,
educationist.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let me put it this way. Um, in a sentence, I would say I am, I am many things, but I'm not one thing.
Okay, just I mean, explain what you do in those things.
Um, oh, please, I have to ask a question. Oh, the background is it all good for you? Like the sound, the ambience, and everything, or you think
Okay,
it's
you mean the background here?
no from my end? I don't know if the
No, it's okay, it's
noise.
okay, no problem,
All
no
right,
problem.
all
Okay,
right, all right. Please, your question again.
okay. I mean, you are into many things. What are
Yeah,
those
yeah.
things, and what you do in those things?
Okay, okay, I'm this kind of person. If you meet people who know me, they might give you different description. To some, I'm this funny, chivalry guy. To some ladies, even though I don't see myself in that light, they may see me as a flirt or a player. To others, I'm this dense, intellectual person. They are consistently scared that, oh, this boy doesn't go crazy. Then for myself, I would just say I'm someone who is constantly curious.
Mm, mm. I think you are kind of measuring your words, but I think in fact, reading your profile, I see that you have even kind of limited.
Yes, I
Well,
have to limit. You know, I have to limit it. I have to limit it so that because God help me. Trying to understand myself, I couldn't understand myself. Psychologists couldn't understand me, so I tried to use AI to understand myself. And even while I
mm,
was trying to use AI to understand myself, AI kept telling me that, see, it's where your multiplicity is too much. It might be difficult to okay, let me put it this way. It might be difficult for if you eventually meet someone who wants to help you or probably give you an opportunity. You are too diverse to like someone to say, okay, I've been looking for a writer. Do I write? I write, do. Um, what I got to understand, apart from, sorry, I had to use ChatGPT, was that they kept telling me that I need to have a single architecture of an identity that can be translated into a career, not just for the purpose of opportunities, but for the purpose of structure. So
okay,
since, yeah,
chat,
since, yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
that's chat GPT definition of yourself.
yeah, that's what he kept telling
Okay,
me. And
now,
even that,
now you define yourself.
myself, I'll say I'm a synthesizer.
You are what? Okay, okay, okay.
A
Now,
synthesizer. Okay,
okay, now, I read, okay, I think I read, I could get some things off your Instagram. Now, let me, I know that you're a poet, right?
very well.
Have you published any books?
I'm working on 3 books right now simultaneously.
Three.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, could you tell me
I'm
what
sorry,
informed?
that's my bio. Sorry, God, please help me. I hope I meant I'll have to maintain that because consistently I keep changing that bio. I don't.
Mm. No, even I went to Facebook and I could get some of your okay, like I think I okay uh okay, on the dawn of money.
Wow, wow, wow. That poem I've actually reintegrated it.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, what informs it?
That poem,
Mm-hmm.
that poem was more or less like a philosophical poem trying to address life and its multiplicity, its density, um, the pressure and the anxiety it brings to us, and how some people, if they are not grounded or um, tend to embrace certain philosophies towards life, they can become drowned.
Mm. 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 What about eternal love?
Internal law.
Yep, eternal love.
Oh wow, that was when I was one of the best relationships of my life.
Okay. Uh, okay. Now, what about he died with a syringe pinned in him?
Yeah, that poem was inspired by the Kendrick Lamar song. I don't know if you've heard it. Reincarnated.
Mm. I think,
Uh,
I mean, from the few I saw, I think you should, I mean, kind of uh, tackle your belt and, fasten your belt and maybe try and publish. Okay, you have said three, even if it's two.
And daddy, you know the problem I'm having? That's why I don't want anybody to be me. Some people might watch this interview. Oh, this boy is so smart. It sounds intelligent, but out of those densities, it's something that consistency wants to name itself. And in the project, okay, okay, you just asked the question, but why don't I just conclude it? Sometimes while I'm simultaneously working on a project, a kind of grandiose idea just comes into my mind. And I find it difficult to just ignore it. So it seems that I keep splitting,
Okay.
but I'm getting there anyway.
Mm. Then do you write novels?
Wow, the story of novels. I've I've been in contact with certain dynamic emerging writers just recently, like late 2025. I don't want to call names, but there's this lady I see her, I'll call her a prodigy. Um, she made me realize something that I never felt I would have done. In the course of my conversations with her, she said that it seems I have imagery and I have this ability to like even just with calls create sensory, how do I put it now? Um, things that feels like I am there with her in the room. So she
Mm.
was like, have you ever tried writing a novel or a
Mm.
book? And I told her I've never thought of that. I've never seen myself as a story writer. But guess what? Just last week I wrote my very first story.
Oh, very
And
first one?
yeah, and it was not something I planned.
Mm.
I pitched it to Brito paper and I also submitted it to a short story prize. And sorry to say,
Mm.
if you don't publish those poems, they'll be on the ones on the losing end because that story is a kind of so dynamic, ethereal kind of story. It's not a regular kind of story. And the way the idea for that story came was not something that was normal because I didn't plan to write it. It just came to me.
Mm. 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 Then uh, are you a teacher?
Yeah, I teach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you teach in maybe
No, the kind because of the kind of person I am, I don't want to restrict myself to just traditional form of teaching. What's traditional
okay,
form of
okay,
teaching? Just
okay.
taking one kind of subject, going to a class, staying there in the morning and coming back late. I'm more or less like a freelance teacher.
Mm.
I I do remote teaching both online and
Mm.
uh, all that.
Then you're a cultural curator.
Yeah, I feel that is actually my natural field.
So what do you do as a cultural curator?
I feel I was a curator before I became a writer. I feel as at 11 years I was already a curator.
Mm. Mm. So that means you are close to your roots, right?
When you say roots, what do you mean?
I mean, maybe to your traditional values, morals, and so on.
When I say curator, what is the mind of a curator? A curator is someone that uh okay. Let me put it this way. I feel as at 11, or let me say 10, I was doing something that was a career and I didn't know was a career. What was that stuff? Archiving things. I could remember at just 11 years, GSSS one, when we write exams, test scripts, and all of that. Every student will throw out their test results, their test scripts. But not the funniest thing. I don't know why. I just find this joy keeping my scripts, keeping my notes, sometimes in perfect conditions.
Mm.
Like I still have my kindergarten results. I still have when I graduated from primary school, 2003, the booklet that was given to every student as an order of ceremony, which is this is not a normal situation. I just found great joy preserving it. I kept that booklet for like almost I think 9 years before I misplaced it mysteriously. So
Mm.
that's why I said I was. I was already a curator before I became every other
Okay.
thing. I was already an
Okay.
activist before I became every other thing.
Mm, mm, mm. Now, I think I don't know if you were the one or not. I think there's something about uh, a lady was interviewing you and she was speaking about your shoes or something. Were you the
No,
one?
that's not me. That's not me. That was
Aha,
that's it.
I just you know.
That's not me.
Oh,
That was
ah,
it's part of
oh,
my cultural. I like studying people. I like studying eccentric character. What's that guy's name? Um, I think he was a black DJ that gained
mm-hmm.
notoriety and relevance. I just
Mm.
found the video amazing, man. I
Okay,
started to keep.
okay. Again, do you have anything to do with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, yeah. In 2002, I was live on air.
You were what?
I was on the hot seat in 2002.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The funny
so
thing about it is that most of my achievements I don't show it out well. I would have to be comfortable with you to let you
mm,
know I'm
okay.
dance or
I know, I can understand because I mean, when one sits on the hot seat of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, there have been so many dependents. Uh, so what are you up to generally?
now
Yep.
I'm thinking of going I'm systematically trying to put myself in places that would appreciate what I give out to them,
Mm, mm,
that will value the mindset and will not be intimidated by it. Most of the cultural spaces, sorry to use this word, in this part of where I am, should I say Africa, should I say Nigeria, should I say Benin, when someone like me comes in their midst, they tend to be either intimidated, threatening. Threatening is the right word.
why?
I feel if you read the 48 laws of power, you might understand what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So
Mm,
just recently, I no longer go to such creative spaces. And even when I go, when everybody is trying to look smart or what word do I call it? In gatherings of think tank discussions, there are some persons who want to they want to sell the narrative of I'm smart,
mm,
and I can easily identify those people. So when I'm in such gatherings, I maintain silence. Right now, before I always wanted to make contributions. I always wanted to change perspective, but I realized that after doing that most times, it ended up sabotaging me. Like people felt that I was taking their shine. People feel that I don't know what I just that was just what I realized.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
that was where I decided to just play cool. Funny enough, the people that are tending to like appreciate the density of who I am, they are not even actually people within my space. They're not people in Nigeria. They're not people in Benin. So
mm,
funny enough, some of them are not even in Africa. I have to use that word.
mm, mm. Now, let's talk about the educational system. I mean, in Nigeria, in your state, and all those things. I mean, what do you think about it?
I will have to talk from a subjective point of view. Like my dad of blessed memory, he was someone that valued education. My dad was the kind of person that he can be earning 4,000 naira a month, and he will use the entire 4,000 naira for school fees without
Mm,
thinking of how he would feed, pay his rent. So
mm,
early on, I had the opportunity of going to some of the best primary
mm,
and secondary school. Uh-huh. So as at that time, then the secondary schools I attended, the primary schools I attended,
mm,
those those educational systems were extraordinarily dynamic. Sorry, I had to use this word. When I went to my supposedly university, I didn't find such organized settings for intellectual development there.
mm.
And
mm,
even the schools that I've been teaching, I've never found it there.
mm, mm, mm. I read somewhere that I think maybe the Chinese people are asking Nigerians to study more of Chinese.
Yeah. I've heard about that.
But okay,
One
that's not even a problem to me. I mean, are we getting the same? I mean, are they learning
that
our own languages?
I love that question. I think the problem with Nigeria, I feel the premier leaders of Nigeria do not have the mentalities of the present kind of mindset in governance we are having. If you take your mind back through memory lane, you'll be admonished at what some of those first premier leaders, what they published, the ideas they had in their mind, and what they envisioned for Nigeria. Now, watching the trajectory of how things has gone, things have broken down. Sorry, I had to use that word. I feel the present. I will have to be very careful now before you stop it.
I understand.
Uh, I feel okay. Let me talk like a poet. I don't want us to be intimidated by the culture of any other society.
Mm,
Not how developed we presume they are, and I have solid reasons for that.
okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it that at that.
Okay, okay. I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. It's I'm concerned because okay, uh in my time.
Go a bit further to make it easier. I feel Nigeria will be better when we start putting round pegs in round holes and square. I don't know how does that phrase
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. Ram pegs in round holes.
Yeah. Things will get quite better.
Mm.
Not, I don't know if do you understand pidgin, sir?
Oh, sure.
Not be say now all of us now play ball together and all of us now drink beer for palo. So
Hmm.
as I reach this level, my guy, no worry. I will put you for this thing. I will put you for this thing.
Mm.
Society not grow that way. Society
Hmm.
grows when people of competence
Mm.
are given
Mm. Mm.
positions relevant to what they can do.
Mm. The source of my concern is
Yeah,
even even before education started all these things. We in my own time we started learning with our mother tongues.
true.
You understand? And you see, over time, and you see, when you look at all the successful writers and so on, or the thinkers, you
I
see
know where
that
you're. Yeah,
you see that they started learning with their mother tongues.
yeah,
Now check out Professor Babatunde Fafowa when he was Minister of Education. He had
true.
even started, I think, Moremi School at Ife and all those things, where they were doing even you were learning even up to WAEC level or whatever in
Same with
their.
had the signature star, forgotten his name. That
Sorry.
wore khaki shorts and yeah, Solarin, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
That is
you see. I mean, at this age, if a nation will now come and I will not say forcing it on us because we are willing receptors.
there's a way I can approach what you just said, sir. I don't
Sorry?
think they are forcing us. They are serving the bias of the mindset of the people.
Oh, you see?
I feel we have more of a people problem than a government problem. I know the government will be happy, but it's
Mm, I love that. I love that.
yeah.
You see, the thing is that, I've always maintained that, uh, I've always maintained that, our problem, uh, no, leadership problem, right?
Yeah.
But then, where did the leaders come from?
We also have the followership problem is greater than the
I mean,
leadership problem.
if we have leadership problem, maybe that would not be more than 50%. The rest will be
Exactly.
followership.
It's the followership that's the problem.
Because if we don't allow them to get up there, I mean, but see, the thing is, I mean, everything foreign is appealing to us.
Yeah, and that's where they're getting it wrong. Do you know that's what they're doing recently? Because my culture is, to some people, it's a minority tribe, the Shekiri. Do you know, despite though I'm not in Delta State at this time, I tune on I have to find, because I'm the kind of person that I don't believe in impossibility. If an idea comes to my mind that tells me that while I'm here,
Mm.
I can instantly teleport to where you are, I wouldn't doubt it. You might tell me it's not possible, but if I believe it is possible, I will actively work on that and bring that to life. Now, let's guess what I'm not in Delta State, I'm in Benin, I'm in this state. But do you know I was able to get access to the radio stations in Delta State
Oh,
through
really?
internet, yeah, through internet radio. And I
Mm.
make sure every day I try to listen to the Shekiri radio channel.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that over time I could become more grounded in my language. But I realized that my tribe, we don't have a lot of repository stories, folklores that is actively being documented.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
remember recently I reached out to some of my majority of my families are in Delta. I said, like, do you have Shekiri folklores, books, poems? It felt like I was speaking in I don't know, like I was speaking Latin. I know over the years we've been able to create an Shekiri Bible, but the Shekiri culture is quite dynamic,
Mm.
tracing its history from the Benin um, um, ancestry in the 14th century,
Mm.
and who let me leave that so I don't make the conversation rather longer. But I feel we all have a mandate, so like don't forget where we are coming from. Like,
Mm. Mm.
don't feel intimidated by the culture of any other person.
Mm. Mm. You see, it's like even that that cultural slavery.
Yeah,
I tend to think it's worse than physical slavery.
there are some conversations I may have to have with you behind words, these things, but I know where you are going to.
Mm.
I know the problem. I know where the problem is coming from, and I feel the problem started long before it began. I believe there's an invisible script. I will have to use poetry to say what I'm trying to say, but I know you will understand what I'm trying to say.
Mm.
I believe there's an invisible script that has been programmed into the atmosphere of Africa,
Mm.
and unconsciously, I don't know if you've heard of psychotronic weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Psychotronic weapons, according to conspiracy theories, are weapons that control the mind. I feel like the landmarks and the scripts of these things is already in the atmosphere. So subconsciously, we as a collective race, continents, and individuals are
Mm.
moving with even without knowing.
Mm.
And this is where I need to applaud the West. I love the West. You know why I love the West? They don't move in individuality. They move with structure. They move with
Mm.
organization. They
Mm.
move with collective effort. The average Nigerian, or so let me not use Nigerian, the average black race now, they tend to be more centered on individual glory.
Mm.
Nobody wants to collaborate. Nobody wants to. It's more or less like, I don't know if you've watched this movie, Spartacus, where Christos and was this other guy, they were trying to defeat someone that was more or less like a god. And why, who was the central character? He was trying to collaborate. The other one was consistently wanting to be the one who makes the kill so that it becomes worshipped, it becomes admired. And I feel that is what is affecting the African society of this day. People
Mm.
think for people think for personal development. Nobody is saying, let us do this, let us do this, let us leave this here so that the next generation can take over from them.
Mm. Mm.
That's the problem. The
Mm.
West, the Europe, almost respect those people. I'm sorry I have to use this word. The victimization mentality Africans are having, they put us in
Mm.
slavery. I feel, sorry, you might stand, no, you have to see, you might see wisdom in what I'm trying to say. I feel we enslaved ourselves before they enslaved us.
Mm.
I hold nothing against the white man.
No,
You know what?
no, actually, I think it's a proven fact that there was actually slavery even before the white men came.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
People don't read, and I'm happy I came across someone like you today. I'm so, so much happy. Do you know why I say um I can never, so because sometimes I see Africans creating social media places, the white, I'm not against the whites. You know why? Our leaders of prehistoric history, they sold their people to these people. They bargained them into what of what's called.
Mm.
If if a race can eat itself, then why do the race we presume are superior? Why is it that when they extend what we already embody, why do we have a problem with that?
Mm.
It might be surprising to you. Some of the best opportunities I have had, some of the secret elite cycles I happen to be that even with my family
Mm.
um, the person who recommended you interview me, I am in. They don't know. I am in private circles. I don't know what I don't like bragging or selling myself out. I prefer people coming to know me. There are white people giving me these opportunities. They are
Mm.
white, they don't know me. Some of them are in distant places. Some of them have offered me, like, we want you there was this workshop I happened to get. When they saw what I profiled to them, they did not only offer me a commuter scholarship and certain dollars. They, okay, let me summarize it. But I was not able to go because the time frame in which they wanted me to be in the US was just within 14 days. And as at this time, I don't have a passport. I don't. So, but when this people, this European Caucasian gatekeepers saw the value of what I bring to
Mm.
them, you
Mm.
could see them going in all out. I have not witnessed this with my race. I've not witnessed this with the local cycles. I mean,
Mm.
just morning I was trying to apply for. I don't know if you heard of MOA, MOWAA, a cultural
Okay.
institute. Yeah. And I was looking for references. And it is strange. There are some museums in my town, in Benin City.
Mm.
They know me, they know what I could value. And it's funny, I'm reaching out to these people. Oh, could you reference me? And I don't know, I may be wrong with what I presume, but you don't see this enthusiasm. You don't see, okay, even if I can't do it, let me help you with someone that could
Mm.
do it.
I'm sorry, because of our time. So, what is the way forward?
The way forward, we need to
Yep.
go back to our roots. We need to know who we are. Because if we don't know who we are, we don't know where we are going to.
Mm.
Nobody's nobody's greater than anybody when they know themselves.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
just,
So we have to go back to the basics, right?
yeah, the basics. Know yourself, know your word, know your identity, know your heroes of time past. Okay, let me make it simple for you now.
Mm.
It will surprise you, you might doubt it, but before my father died, God rest his soul, because I feel he's actively washing me in the cosmos and being a
Mm.
catalyst to everything that is happening right now. He
Mm.
told me of certain stories that are extraordinarily dynamic. Some of these sicknesses that the supposedly Western world say there's no cure, it has to be managed. My dad made references of those things being cured while he was growing up.
Mm.
My dad would not lie.
Mm.
Even if he wanted to lie,
But
wouldn't
I
lie.
would have thought the way forward is for us to
Okay,
respect
okay, okay.
each other as human beings, no matter.
We cannot respect each other when we don't value ourselves. When we don't, okay,
Mm. Mm.
self-worth. Self-worth is a thing.
Mm. Mm.
self-worth.
I like
If
that.
the average Black African has this semblance of confidence within their self, sees value in their identity, knows that the Black race was actually the first, they were the first. How do I put it? I watched a documentary on History Channel that
Mm.
said that the first people were the Black people.
Yeah,
That,
I
that all
think
of
I think I think it's been traced to somewhere in South Africa or something.
yeah, something like that.
Mm.
So I feel, you know why I say this? I have seen certain crazy cycles who do not appropriate value to themselves until they are validated by an external audience. I don't want to call any cultural group.
Mm.
I've seen where certain creatives go, will not push forward what they are trying to do, what they are trying to do, but they will share cultural appropriation with an audience foreign to them. These are psychological individual self-worth. I don't know I believe you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me make
Mm.
it seamlessly easy for you. Do you
Mm.
know a person of Caucasian race, despite mediocre level of educational background,
Mm.
can drive a car in any state in Nigeria without a driving license and with repeatedly, even when the security operatives of the legal, these people are breaking the law, they will let them go. What do you have to say about that? But their own indigents, their own, they will not only sabotage him, they will not only embarrass him. It's crazy.
Mm.
And
Mm.
you don't enjoy those privileges when you are over there.
Mm.
So
Mm.
that's why I say we need to know ourselves. We need to know that
Mm.
we are valuable and there's something we have to contribute.
So what do you
And
do
the
in your
area,
spare time?
I don't even think I have a spare time. Like, yes, and that was more of the reasons why I cannot take a traditional job.
Mm.
My
Mm.
life is a job.
Mm.
I won't
Okay.
be surprised after finishing this call, something just drops on
Mm.
the cranium of my head and I start walking. Some people
Mm.
may envy me, but please don't envy me. It
Mm.
can drive me
Mm.
crazy.
Mm.
But I believe with someone like you, who I believe is matches me in what I what I try to project.
Mm.
If I could get myself in spaces of people like you, I don't know. I feel I feel there'll be more synergy, there'll be more cohesiveness, there will be more peace
Mm.
around
Mm.
me. And
Mm.
that's why sorry I
And
had
I,
to
and I
do
think
this.
I think we need the peace in the world anyway. No, of course, we definitely
True,
need
true,
peace in the world. Mm.
true.
Mm.
And that's why I've been reading this story about peace. Have you not
Mm.
realized that most of the most eccentric, extraordinary minds they live a solitary life?
Of course they do. Of
I
course they
don't
do. Mm.
Back then I used to think they were crazy, but right now I don't blame them.
No, I mean, you see, I mean, why involve yourself in all these problems and all this? Just, I mean, yeah,
It's true.
all I care, just sit down, enjoy
And
myself,
sometimes
and
when you try to ground yourself in those audiences or make it, you can't. You just find yourself being like, wow, it's
mm,
crazy.
mm,
I remember this reggae artist, God bless it, God rest his soul. What's his name? I read the story of him that I don't know what happened to him. He just decided to go and start living in the forest. I don't
mm.
know if you heard about it. You know him, of course, it's his name.
No, I can't get what the name.
I will remember the name later.
Okay. Anyway, it's been nice talking to you. Possibly we'll be having this from
Very
time to
well.
time.
Like, sorry,
Mm.
I don't want to brag again. I don't
Thank
like
you.
speaking proud.
Mm. Thank you so
With
much.
someone like you,
Mm.
even opening a podcast, sorry to use this word, even if you don't have to interview anybody every day, I believe that it's consistent. Like, I will always have something to tell you.
Okay. I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, very well, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Yeah.